Hello, hola, thank you for joining me. I'm your girl, Rena MoMoney, and today I'm going to talk about the things I wish I would have known before starting wholesaling. Yes, things I wish I knew when I started wholesaling real estate. So, come on in. Although there are plenty things I wish I would have known before starting wholesaling real estate. So today I'm going to tell you so it can help you avoid some mistakes, help you probably put a little extra cash or save some money as you're doing the wholesale business. I would say the very first thing I wish I knew when I started wholesaling houses, I wish I knew about the inconsistency in the income. I want to be truthful. I want to lay it all out. A lot of people like to glorify all this money. They make $10,000 per deal. They're making $30,000 per month as a wholesaler, and that's all they're doing. Remember, on a previous video, I actually talk about the grind of wholesaling. Wholesaling is a grind because you're constantly working. And when I say the inconsistency of income, you don't know when the next deal is. You don't know when the next time you're going to make that $4,000, $14,000, $5,000, $15,000, or $25,000 for that matter, depending on the house. So the inconsistency is very stressful. Not only is it very stressful, you only make money when you do a deal. So if you're not doing a deal, if you're not working, if you're not constantly having lines in the water and constantly marketing, once you stop working, it stops. That's one of the things I wish I would have known, because with passive income, it's a little different because you create that, you do that grind, you create that money, and there it is every month or every quarter. With wholesaling, it's not so much unless you have it automated, but I wish I would have known that. Also, with that inconsistency of income, it's always changing. Things are always changing. So you'll have a situation where you need to continue to understand wholesaling and some of the wholesaling laws because it's constantly changing. Matter of fact, my next video, I'm going to do an update on wholesaling. What's going on in Atlanta. They did a new ordinance and there's some changes that has happened for wholesalers. And we'll talk about that on one of the upcoming videos, either later this week or next week. Regardless, we'll talk about updates. We'll talk about updates on the market. I'm going to do just a straight update on the housing and what's going on for investors, realtors, wholesalers in real estate, so that we can get a feel of that. So again, the first thing that I wish I would have known was about the inconsistency of the income. The second thing I wish I knew when I started was focusing on building a business. A lot of times we jump in because we've learned this little bit and we say, hey, let's just do this. Let's make this wholesale. Or sometimes a deal will fall on your lap and you just start and you're going and you don't stop and make it a business. If you don't start with making it a business, it could be difficult and it's going to bite you in the end. And that's one of the things I wish I knew. So you need to focus on making it a business by getting an EIN number, getting a checking account, that business checking account, and all those things that come with actually having a business, building that team, building those relationships. So instead of saying, let me get a seller, let me find some sellers that want to get yourself together, be organized. So start it as a business. Have the mindset that your real estate wholesale business is a business, and that will help so you won't 2 months down the line, 6 months down the line, start backing up trying to do some things and wish you would have done some things, because you want to work on business credit. You want to work on getting credit cards in that business name. You want to work on using other people's money. So start in the beginning. I wish I would have known that. The third thing is really top, number one. The third thing is the most important. It's going to actually save you so much money on this third thing that I wish I would have known. But before I get into that, I want to make sure that I give my shout outs. You know, I like to give shout outs. I like to make mention of those that subscribe. Thank you. Thank you. And for the old subscribers, I like to also give you a shout out and a thank you to you. We have the new subscribers here. Pay attention. It's somewhere on this video. You know, I don't know where we're going to put it, but I want to lift you up and thank you for coming on this channel so you can start your journey in learning and helping yourself to become a better you. Shout out to you. Also, while you're scrolling, as you're looking on the video, make sure, don't forget, before you leave, to look down in the description below. You will find some resources that will help you out, how you can do some text blasting, some companies to use. You'll find some contracts, a seller lead sheet, all kind of different things to help you out in your wholesaling business if you're just getting started or if you're just putting systems in place. So make sure you check out the description below. There's some great resources for you to check out and help you crush this real estate. Now, jumping back in, that third most important, I think one of the most valuable, this is going to be, I should have put this number one, But this is something here I really wish I knew when I started, and that is how to save your deal from getting stolen. I actually have a video on how to save your deal. You definitely want to check that out, because I'm going to go in details on how to save and how to protect your deal, how to protect your wholesale deal. Look down on this channel. But that was the third thing that I really wish I knew before I started. How to avoid losing a deal. How to avoid losing a deal. I really wish I knew that. There's two methods you can use in order to not lose your deal, regardless of what state you're in, regardless of what rules they've put in place for wholesalers. So you definitely want to check out the channel, and keep in mind, you definitely want to know how to not lose your deal. I wish I would have known that before I started. The fourth thing I wish I knew when I started was to set targets and goals. Yes, setting targets and goals is going to be key. It helps you in so many different ways, and we talk about that on this channel. We talk about being organized. We talk about setting targets. You've heard the old saying, if you fail to plan, you plan on failing. If you haven't heard it, there you have it. Write that down. If you fail to plan, you plan on failing. So set targets, set goals. If your target is, I'm going to drive around and have at least 10, or I'm going to order a system so that I can get this automated. So you want to set targets and goals. If your target is, by the end of the year, I want to have at least 2 deals on the table, do things, put a plan in action for that, and then execute it. And we talk about that as well. This channel will be jam-packed on ways to save you money, make you money, teach you more about wholesaling, teach you more about being a landlord, a profitable landlord, and helping yourself just to become a better you. So make sure you always stay to the end. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you click that little belly button, because that little belly is going to tell you when I jump on this channel and start giving you valuable information about wholesaling houses, how to get into being a landlord, to being a profitable landlord, tips and tools that's going to save you money and make you money. So if you haven't, if you could do that for me, just go ahead and subscribe. If you have already subscribed, like if you like me, like if you like it. So if it's helping you, and if I'm saying some valuable information, whether it's this video or previous video, it helps out the algorithm. Please make sure you smash that like. Tell me something. Let me know exactly what you wish you would have known before you started even thinking about investing in real estate. Keep in mind, targets and goals, you need to set those. They've been telling us that since we were in elementary. Set targets, set goals. If you wait late, you're going to see the difference. So I wish I would have known that. If you need help with this real estate, you're getting a little stuck, you need that push, schedule a coaching call with me. Wherever you are, I can help you with your specific questions. I can help you go to the next level of wherever you're trying to do. So schedule a coaching call with me. Schedule a coaching call. Educate yourself, invest in yourself. That's going to be important. So moving right along, we're going to go to the fifth thing that I wish I would have known before starting in real estate. The fifth thing I wish I knew when I started was to focus on the homeowner's problem. It's not always about money. Sometimes it's timing. And that's the tip. Understand that. So you always want to circle back on all potential deals and leads. And we're going to talk about that on an upcoming video. We're going to talk about how to circle back and make that money, how to get that deal. It could be anything. So if you're focusing on the problem, and how to do that is to listen. Don't always try to lead. So you focus on the problem of the homeowner. That will help you out so much. At first, I thought it was always price. If I offer them a good price, they're good. Sometimes it's not about the price, and you'll feel that out as you get into it. But in the beginning, you want to understand that you need to focus on the problem. When you focus on the problem of that seller or potential seller, that homeowner, 9 times out of 10, that deal is yours. That's the fifth thing I wish I would have known. The sixth and final thing I wish I would have known when I started as a wholesaler, when I was wholesaling. You need to always keep wholesaling. Let me say that. Make sure that even whatever level you're on, it's going to come some situations you're going to need to wholesale. You have investors that have hundreds of properties still wholesale. You have investors that they only work on flips, but at some time they still wholesale, because you'll know when that property needs to be wholesaled and when you need to make that money. Mostly for me, it's when I have too many projects at one time, regardless of what that project is, whether it's 2 or 3 vacancies plus trying to do 2 or 3 flips. Whatever, I will wholesale quickly. At one point, I was doing strictly wholesaling, and I focused on wholesaling. So if that's your focus, that can be good too. If you're not ready for that next thing, just know that wholesalers a lot of times need to make sure that they are always continuing to network and always continuing to look for properties. I wish I would have known that. I wish I would have known that you always got to have lines in the water. That was the lesson, because as soon as you stop, as soon as you get bogged down and working on one or two projects, and you stop your marketing pieces, or you stop your flow of your daily activities, that's when you'll see the next quarter is going to affect your pocket. So the last thing I wish I would have known when I started was to always continue to keep your lines in the water and always keep your marketing up. So that's what I have for you. If this information was helpful to you, if it was helpful and you want to continue to learn and get free valuable information that's going to help you crush it, make sure you like this channel. If you like this channel, then that algorithm, YouTube will love to keep it going. YouTube is very serious about the algorithm, and they pay attention to the likes and they pay attention to subscribers. So if I'm helping you, I'm saying anything to spark your mind or get you going in any way, you make sure you turn on that bell and you smash that subscribe to the Rena MoMoney Plus channel. Thank you for coming. I got some more good ones coming up for you, so always stay to the end, and I want you to have a good day. Take care.